Hi everyone, I'm James, and last night I went and bought myself a new car. Okay, here I am at the local auction site, and in a minute we're going to walk over to what I've just bought on my EV hunt. Well, sort of. There it is there if you spotted it. One Mitsubishi i-MiEV. Last night there was an auction online, had a cute little i-MiEV in it, and I thought, well, they've got quite a low reserve estimate on the ad for it, so let's have a look and see what it goes for. And what it went for was, including the fee, just over 6,000 New Zealand dollars, because that's the point at which I won it. That's pretty damn low for a fully functioning, registered, warranted EV in New Zealand. And well, put it this way, the Nissan Leafs I've been looking at for my possible car conversion in the future would have cost the same for a salvaged, completely trashed one. So yeah, pretty damn good deal. I'm pretty happy with it. So on we go with the first drive. Okay, let's put my seatbelt on and head off. Right, and turn to start, bong, and we're on and off and racing. Away we go. So, what I'm going to do to make sure the car definitely works properly, because I didn't try this sort of thing my test drive, is actually take it to the nearest fast charger, which is a 50 kilowatt charger, which is the maximum the CHAdeMO connection on this car will take, and we'll give it a little bit of a charge. I'm not going to top it right up because I still want to test that it also charges off the granny lead, which is in the boot or the back. Okay, so here we are at the charge point. I better pull the lever to open the flap, which is, see that, hidden down here. Took me a wee while to figure that out. I actually pulled the manual out to figure it out. There's another one more obviously where you might find a charge flap, but that's for the AC point. So let's see how I did with figuring out which of these is CHAdeMO. So if we have a look here at two sides, ChargeNet app, and not labeled. That bigger one. Oh well, oh yeah, there we go. The one on the other side's CHAdeMO, but cord's not very long, so I'm going to use it from this park, since I don't think many people use EVs around Porirua. So here we have our popped open charge port, and we have a charge socket. So now I need to get on the app and see about connecting some charge. So we are plugged in and charging. I didn't know if it was working for a while because it took a while for the app screen to update. But we've been charging for 1.5 minutes. Power going in is 21.8 kilowatts, I think. Total energy 0.7 kilowatts. Cost 54 cents. Charge at 26 to 32%. So it's working. We're going to have a look at what it displays in the car, if anything. Okay, so here's the dash. While we're charging, the car's completely off, the key's out. We've got the warning light that shows that we're plugged in, and the warning light that the door's open. As well, the fuel gauge is on and giving us an indication of how much charge we've got in. I'm going to let this charge up to about 50% and see how long that takes. Okay, so just having a look at the charging cable. Full-blown charge lead. This is actually a 15 amp lead. So it has a slightly different plug to standard with a 15 amp earth pin on it. So I might have to go buy a 15 amp socket to install in the house. Interesting that that means that I can't really charge with this cable and this charging lead random people's houses, which is a little disappointing. I'll have to have a look into that, see if there's another lead or whether I can just use an adapter and charge at lower power. Probably not. So I'll probably have to find a different lead. Okay, so I've just reached 50% indicated on the dial on the car. It's showing as 55% on the app, and we have taken 17.5 minutes, currently charging at 8.9 kilowatts. Total energy gone in is 4.2 kilowatt hours, and it's cost so far $5.41. So that's not too bad. Now I've just worked out the charge information on here. Tells you what you were at and what you are at now. So we've gone from 26% to 57%. I'm actually going to leave it to charge a bit longer, given that I'll need to sort out a 15 amp socket at home, and I may not get that done today. So we got $7.50 worth of charge in, and now the charge has stopped. So I think it only got to about 60% charge. And that might be all the battery can take. It might be just this charger's a bit shit. So we'll experiment and see. So that got us to 53 kilometers range. Not a hell of a lot. So hopefully that isn't all it does. I think those chargers might be geared towards only going to 80% or something. To go to on. Okay, so now we'll go for a wee drive. So I'm just about to turn around and head up to a friend of mine's place. Give this a good run along the motorway, see what it does to the charge. Not the most aerodynamic car in the world, but she happily gets up to speed quite quickly. Lovely talk of an electric motor. So if you're wondering why I might buy such a short range little vehicle, it's mainly because I've been looking to get parts to do an EV conversion on my Spitfire. If you follow my channel, you'll see that I've got an old Spitfire that I'm restoring. The general plan is to do a bolt-in EV kit to swap out for the existing drivetrain. And yeah, this suits the needs. I mean, it'll do for now in terms of the components. It'll take me some time to sort out getting them all working and whether I need to put in my own controller and inverter. but the battery pack and motor and several other components that I might also add to the system will be all worth it. So the general idea is to repackage the drivetrain out of this and the batteries such that makes for an easy swap back and forth. And the motor in this is the same horsepower as the existing motor in the Spitfire, but has a hell of a lot more torque. So given how this brick of a car performs on the road, which is about 30% heavier than the Spitfire needs to be to still be legal, I think it'll make for a very good little power plant for the Spitfire. Now, for all you purists out there, my Spitfire has a lot of issues. The engine is not original, is not a candidate for a full restoration. So that is why I've got it with the idea of doing a conversion on it. And as I said, the whole idea will be that the motor will just bolt out and be able to be bolted straight back in again. That and the fuel tank. Something else I should point out, no, this is not the end of my search for a new EV. I'm still looking around for something to replace our main family car eventually, and we'll have more videos on that over the coming months as new vehicles come to the market in the EV line, with all the 2021, 2022 vehicles coming up. So stick around and subscribe to the channel to see what other videos I come out with over the coming months. Right, here is our Mitsubishi i-MiEV. Let's have a look at the outside of it. Back home now with it in the driveway getting charged. Got a little bit of a ding in the front there. Nothing I'm going to worry about. Might put some paint on it just to stop it rusting. Got it plugged into 230 volt charging. It's working quite happily. Elsewise, the car's in pretty good condition. There's a little bit of a ding here and it's slightly bent, but not too much of a problem. And there's a little bit of a rust crack there at the lip of the boot. Inside and out, it's otherwise in pretty good condition. So we'll be using this as a little runabout, and eventually I'll take it and pull the motor and batteries so that I can use those to do an EV conversion. So that's our Mitsubishi i-MiEV. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, hit that thumbs up button. If you want to see more from me, particularly around the Spitfire I'm doing up, of which this might take some part in the future, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos that I put out. Right, well, that's it for me today. Catch you later.